Hello and welcome to a slightly different drawing under the influence. I am your host, Daffyd Killerfish Wagstaff. With me is old timey here. Yeah, he's going to keep track of. Oh, sorry, it's Matthew Squato Waddingham. I know what I'm talking about.
Get up, my lord!
Get off my lord. Right, we're doing a slightly different take on the drawing under the influence
Technically, this is
formula
mid
today. Sorry, go
because
ahead.
technically this is mid-season thing because of the fact that you kind of finished off the last season with the last proper episode.
Yeah, sort of, and also
Even
not
though
at the same
its
time.
seasons are sort of a vague kind of thing, maybe.
Seasons are a vague thing that I'm doing.
Look at
Right.
the thing over there. Look at the pretty thing over there.
Yes. So, talking of looking at the pretty things over there, I'm actually going to be doing some artwork for the YouTube page. So, as I said, this is going to be very different. I'm going to be doing a huge image today, and it's going to be broken out over several episodes. So, let me just get my beer ready, and we should get going.
So let's see how a sustained drunk like Killerfish can go over a period of time.
It's more about the stamina than anything else. Right, let me get ready.
Skull, skull, skull.
There we go. I don't need to skull it, for I am awesome. Right,
You are not Iron Man, no?
no, I'm not Iron Man, and that's a good thing, I think.
Do you have the liver of Tony Stark? That's a question mark.
No, he took that out and had it replaced with some technological wonder to like simulate a liver or something.
Actually, if you go, well, it depends. If he starts happening in the comics, but in the movies, he's still got his original liver. It's still going.
My God, we should form some sort of like. I don't know where I'm going with this. Shut me up
Who
when I
knows?
keep
Maybe
talking about this, Squatto. You know what?
who knows? I was about to say, who knows? Maybe he might have a liver somewhat similar to mine in real life, which is an enlarged liver. Yes, I actually have an enlarged liver.
Some people get all the luck. And we got
No, you
404
can't have it.
404 has turned up um, on the chat, which is
Man, the colours sometimes for some people that really used to work under the old version of Squato really don't work nowadays.
yeah,
Thanks, change.
change. So I'm actually going to draw myself here as I would be if I was as I am currently drawing. So
It's like you took a mirror and spewed on it. No, that comes later.
that's after I've drawn everything and I've got so drunk off my ass I don't know what's going on. Oh, Squaddo's knocking something around.
I was just moving the headphones. The other ones, the ones that I actually use for the mic.
The ones you actually use for the mic. Okay.
Because I'm using a HDMI cable to actually connect to the TV, which is the screen, and it doesn't carry sound
Hooray!
because there's no port for a mic, so I've had to split them up. You said the old headphones are broken anyway, so it's just reusing an old broken pair anyway, so why waste what doesn't, what already, why waste what still works?
Indeed.
Oh, with the discussion people have had about the new changes, they're basically saying that it seems like the new Picardo is more in line with, how do you say it, things like Twitch, stuff like that.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Bad because Twitch's got a few awful things. Okay in some things and alright in others, and meh in others. The reason why everyone's sort of doing with Twitch is because of the fact that Twitch has was sold recently for a lot of money, so therefore everyone wants to sort of get into that whole let's be sold, and that's kind of something I think that they're trying to actually do here. And we've got an extra face joining the stream.
Yay! Hi, Alan.
Little Napoleon. Actually, I should do the proper response to him because he went, "Hi guys, so it's case of hi, Dr. Nick."
Hi, everybody. Ah, lovely.
One sip. It's one sip. No, but as I was saying, people seem to be sort of willing to view that, and if you want quote this is a later episode, but they think that Picardo is trying to set themselves up in a few ways to ultimately get sold, possibly for lots of money. And a couple of those hints is the fact that the older regime, you couldn't stream games. Now you can. So they're kind of getting into that thing, becoming a streaming channel for games. The thing is, that's going to open up for other things, because that's a common point that people like to do when they stream a lot of times. Monte
Put music to things?
Or outright put movies on.
Well, talking of putting some music on, why don't I do that right now?
And let's see the copyright box come in.
Yay. Yeah, you'll have... Sorry, this is still live, everybody on YouTube. This is... if you're having trouble understanding Squato, that's because Skype.
Yeah. We can only do so much. Skype has kind of not been the most stable we've found of late.
So...
Oh, latest one from with copyright things with YouTube it was.
Yep.
And this is absolutely fucking hilarious. They had a couple of the big YouTubers. Like, one of the issues they've had of late is
Right.
with Nintendo for a little while.
Yeah.
Like, basically their content, like they put themselves into the whole people that have been streaming stuff from Nintendo can get
Yeah.
sued. Like, basically content blocks, because Nintendo is like, well, we own this content. It pisses people off if they're not letting it go, and that's kind of hurting the Wii U sales. But they've been sort of improving themselves in that. They had one mixed with some idea which was to share
Yeah.
profit, so that the ads would be split 50-50. A lot of the ones that do all that use that to do Nintendo there. I love that statement. Is that Eddie Izzard giving India a flag?
No, it's not. Be very worried if it was.
Let's cross-dressing too.
Less, but not completely none.
Anyway, so what I'm saying is that Nintendo and that...
Hang on a second. One second. Sorry. The music started off very low and... okay, go on.
Alright, here we go.
Yep.
Nintendo with Content ID has kind of been a thing now. The latest one has been that the game Mario Maker, which basically is you get to make Mario levels.
Yeah.
Apparently it's really fun for people that have been playing it. Fun and enjoyable.
Yeah.
Someone created one relatively recently which basically got a fair bit of attention because it's a Mario Maker level that the setup is in simple terms, you do nothing, it plays itself. One of those.
Oh, one of those ones.
Yeah, but apparently it's been described as being absolutely amazing. So a bunch of people have been streaming it and putting it up on YouTube, and then finding that there's been content ID.
Oh, oh, Nintendo.
Except Nintendo's not been the one that's been content ID.
Oh dear. Oh, YouTube.
Not YouTube as well, they've been following the rules, but he's the one that's been doing the content ID on the videos for that people find that.
Yeah.
You'll never guess.
1 second. Yeah, Squato, you know I'm terrible at guessing things. So, oh, come on. That's not what I wanted to do. Why is everything so irritating to me at the moment?
Because you're English.
Yeah. God, damn you, Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. Well, no, I can't really. Anyway, sorry, what were you talking about?
The ones that were behind the content ID,
Yeah.
Playboy.
Playboy.
Yep.
Okay.
Because it turns out that Playboy has a YouTube channel. Well, it's basically they do a few things, but they have at least one of their girls who is, quote, a gamer girl who basically plays games and streams them.
Yeah.
They've gone into that market.
Okay.
Now, they content ID their videos. This level is basically one that plays itself. You don't do anything to play it. So it's going to be a case that anyone that's streaming is going to be capturing exactly the same footage as everyone else will be doing. Hence, that's why the Playboy, the bots that are working for content ID for Playboy are basically capturing a lot of people.
Because it's exactly the same as what everybody else is.
Bingo. It's stupid as fuck, but that's what's happened.
Oh, Christ. Okay then.
As I said, I expected at least someone to complain about the fact that they changes to him. Yes, fish is drinking. For those people who are coming in late.
Hooray!
This is not going to be a proper drinking session. One.
Ah,
Technically, this is a mid-season break.
technically. In the same way that technicalities are technical. You are keeping track of what the time is, aren't you?
You're about 10 minutes or so in.
Okay.
I'm not tracking it directly. I'm just sort of looking at the clock as opposed to looking at a stopwatch.
So yeah, I've got the real. I've got a rock song covers done by the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra are today's music selection for you. I thought that would be slightly different. Time limit is that we should be doing roughly up to what we would normally do in a YouTube video, which is about half an hour per episode.
Which normally is basically 2 episodes. Or not 2 10-minute blocks, I should say. That's your half hour thing.
Half hour is usually 2 10-minute drawing sessions.
Yes. With time between, particularly for you to just take a swing and recover from that.
Yeah, you know, because
Because the Rich don't have a reputation for being drunk.
Because having a reputation for drinking a lot, even when actually you don't, is always a good thing.
And the people of Scotland just look at you going, "Oh, you poor little laddie."
Poor little laddie. You've taken a wee drink and it's gone all over your face.
No, it'd be more of a case of, "Oh, you wee laddie, you think you're a big boy."
You think you're a big boy with your big man drink? Oh, you're so mistaken.
The joke there, because Woodall was holding it in the comments, said, "Thank you kindly." And a response back from Nelson there was, "This is not Rapture." As to the image that's going to be done, because yes, I expect that there was going to be people questioning what has been done yet. Mermaid. This is basically Killerfish doing a big image, not a series of them, and the big image is meant to be, well, you'll see for those that comes, but it's going to be used for some later on. So there we go.
So what I'm basically doing, for anybody who's actually interested in how I work this stuff out, is I did a very rough sketch on the lowest layer, and I moved up to a slightly less rough sketch, on the layer above it, and then I'm going to add proper details in. As we go. And we're just going to work from there, work our way up to a full-sized image, and
I've got a good news item to cover.
you do that whilst you can knock your microphone all over the place.
Because people are I'm trying to work out a spot to place it so people can hear me better.
That's fine.
Because I can't actually put it in the normal spot, which always used to work, since it's shifted. Anyway, the story is, who is aware of Derek Smart?
Of who?
Derek Smart. Yes, that's his real name.
No, doesn't sound familiar.
Derek Smart is a game developer. He's been around for a while. Kind of got his reputation for being a bit of a fuckwit. And I'm being nice. So I've got about 16 minutes I'm calling it. I'm sure it's probably going to be a minute or so over, but it's reading up, who cares? Anyway, Derek Smart, long story short, he's in the news at the moment because of the fact that he's been having an issue with Cloud Imperium Games.
Yeah.
Who are they? The ones behind Star Citizen and Squato 42, etc. He's been kind of publicly having an issue over the way that the game's being managed, being ran, all that type of stuff. Now, I'm going to give some credit because he's coming in from a point of view where he's got some views, got some information. He's kind of okay in a sense for sort of understanding things. The problem is he's also a fuckwit.
Well, you can't discriminate against fuckwits nowadays, Squato. That's poor public relationships.
No, he's a special type of fuckwit. He's a special snowflake type. Who thinks that they're so special? And long story short for that is because of the fact that he's going to...
Sorry, the music is like getting to me. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, he's special snowflake type of bullshitters. Well, the reason I was sort of looking into this, the key point at the moment is he's going to sue Cloud Imperium Games.
Why?
To quote himself, it's come down to what has started a bit to lay bare the challenge and failed promises of Star Citizen's crowdfunding project is headed for legal action. That's a direct quote from him.
Sorry, I didn't get any of that. That sounded too much like legalese to me. As if somebody was trying to make a point, but like lost it.
That's exactly the point. He's actually trying to make a point. His argument is, his general point seems to be is that the game itself, which I've had people quote to me that they've only made about $70-odd million. It's actually far more. They've kind of stopped telling people what the actual how much they've made, and they're not exactly updating it as often. Plus, people tend to forget the fact that the figures, when they say how much they've raised, have already had certain, are not actually the full true figures. Namely that they don't count a couple of extra million on top of that, which has already been set aside to pay for PayPal fees, credit card processing fees, stuff like that, which technically they should have been counting. So that's a bit on the side. Anyway, Derek Smart's point is that a game like and size, scope and all that of Star Citizen should really be costing $150 million. Therefore, they should be getting outside sources of funding.
No shit. What do you think they went for crowdsourcing in the first place that it's going to cost so much to make?
No, he means banks, venture capitalists, etc.
No. That was the point of the game. It was being made.
Actually, that was the original version of what they were going to do, but then they made so much money from the Kickstarter and the initial crowdfunding campaign, they were like, we don't need to do that in funding anymore. We don't need that money. Let's just keep going. So, that's on that one.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's one little point, which he's sort of doing the estimate a bit on that. Now, this is, as I said, he's attacking them for how much? Oh, you're about 20 odd minutes. Anyone think, whatever. You wanted a rough time frame.
I wanted a rough time frame, but we're not going to be too overly worried if we go slightly over.
You'll probably be a minute or so this time because whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's basically suing them for questioning, to get their legal access to the documents which showcase their full funding plan, project specs and all that type of stuff, so that he can actually showcase that why he reckons that they could, it's going to cost at least $150 million, which they don't have the full funding for, meaning that the game will not be delivered on spec according to him.
Oh god, people are idiots. People are such dumbasses.
Oh, this guy's got a reputation for that, but I'm going to come to that later. But yeah, so this is the type of bullshit that he's doing. This has actually been going for a while. He points out that he was a very early backer for them. And he's kind of become not very smart, very happy with it. Yeah, I made an accidental pun when I said he's not very smart when his last name is Derek Smart. His full name is Derek Smart.
Haha, pun.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is kind of his bullshit. He seems to be, some of his fight for the whole thing is primarily over the fact that Chris Roberts, the man who he has somewhat had issues with in the past, is involved with this so much, and he's kind of blaming Chris Roberts for everything going wrong. Because Chris Roberts.
Because he can blame Chris Roberts.
Pretty much. So why did I say that Derek Smart is a bit of a special snowflake? Because in simple terms, he is the guy that's responsible for the game. Oops, sorry, took out everything. 30,000 AD, or Battlecruiser 30,000 AD.
So he's funding another... What? Sorry, you lost me there.
Battlecruiser 30,000 AD.
Yeah.
It's not at all that he's going for a fight on that because it's different. It's a little thing, all this type of stuff. But the game itself has a bit of a reputation. It was a game that was first released in 2000. No, actually, it was first released in 1996. The general idea is basically that you're meant to be able to jump into a... Now, this game had actually been developed for about a year or two before that, possibly even a little bit longer. The idea was generally that you can go and jump into any spacecraft, fly from a planet to a spaceport, to another planet, or anywhere in the whole universe.
Yeah.
You could keep travelling and do all this. The other point was the fact that you could connect to other people so that you could be exploring the universe, having battles with other people, and doing all these other little things with a larger verse.
Okay. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, apparently he's actually been developing this since the late 80s.
And he's not gotten anywhere with it.
No, he actually launched it in 1996 because he was kind of forced into launching it in 1996. The game was considered, in as nice a way as possible, unplayable.
Well, that says something then, really.
It's kind of been pushed around to this day through multiple
And your
bankruptcies.
footsteps
things
will
like that.
always fall here among England's greatest hills. Candle burned out long before. I can't sing. Really.
Not drunk enough for that yet.
Not drunk enough for singing. Trust me, when I'm drunk enough, I think I sing like Elvis, so don't worry. So, where are we on the episode time limit, please?
We've probably got about 4 or so minutes. Whatever.
Well, since we're being, hey Squato, do you want a Pinkie Pie on your shirt or something?
Oh, who knows, whatever. Us is going crazy. Get the straight jacket ready. So yeah, that's that guy. Derek Smart, the rough details for people is he's been developing the game since the late 80s. It's a bit unclear as to what year. He kind of started to showcase it off to the world around 92 and sort of was forced into releasing it in 96. Now, idea-wise, yes, as you said that before, it's actually not a bad idea.
No.
It's just that it's extremely ambitious. The technology is only getting there now to do that properly. Well, technically, not so much the idea of the sort of space combat, things like that. That's sort of been around for a while. Heck, even the idea of exploring different planets and things like that. But this full, complete package, that is a very different beast. and I'm even including online elements.
Oh my word! Online elements.
The original game, to put it so far back, it was actually a Usenet game. That's showcasing that this is old. And yes, it's so old that he was basically programming it with having a universe-sized area in the days of 256 computers.
It's so old he was programming it in QBasic. Ha ha!
Basically, yeah.
There's a nerdy programmer joke for you. Fun times. Right. I think that'll do for the first episode. Keep watching, please. We're going to keep going on with this image in the next episode. People on stream, keep your pants on. We're going to stay right here.